Hi everyone, this is Lean and welcome back to the Rochelle Anna Miller YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing a sneak peek from the new release that will be available on June 23rd. That is the official release day of 3 new digital stamps featuring the Bunny and Gwynia. This one is Bunny and Gwynia Snowman, and I truly had a blast coloring it in. I also really adore the series that Rochelle Anna Miller is creating with the Bunny and Gwynia, and I know that I will color all of the other digital stamps as well as soon as I have some more time to do that. So for today's card, I'm going to keep it really simple. When you're using the Bunny and Gwynia Snowman digital stamp, you have this gorgeous Warm Wishes This Christmas stamp set that is included. You don't need to add it if you don't want to, but I just love the spacing that Rochelle Anna Miller did, and I also just love this script. It's really fun and whimsical all at once. And then I just decided to start coloring. So I printed it out using my laser printer here. Just in case you're new to digital stamps, you can print them. You can also color them digitally. Rochelle Anna Miller has a video uploaded here where she is showing you how she tackles the coloring of one of another digital stamp. And I truly had a blast looking at it and then trying it myself. But here today I'm showing you, of course, copy coloring. So I printed it and then I decided to start coloring. I had no clue yet how my card was going to be, but whenever I am going to print a digital stamp, I always make sure to add in the program. I'm just using Word. I'm always adding the size of an A2 size card, and then I place the images in it so that I definitely can see that it will fit on an A2 sized card. So since I already have a sentiment, I have quite a lot of wiggle room to create a random card in the end. The only thing that I already decided upon when printing it was that the card was going to be horizontal, which is not the orientation that I use often, but with the placement of sentiment and then these critters, I thought that was just the way to go for me. So I'm coloring the bunny here, and I actually decided for myself that whenever I am doing something with the Bunny and Gwynia, that I'm going to use sort of the same colors for these critters, and then I have my own series with exactly the same critters going on. So I sort of used a similar combination, but once I started adding all the markers that I use, I realized that I forgot to use one marker in my combination. It worked out, so everything is just fine, but normally I would have used the E33 as well, but not today. But it works. And in case you want to revisit color combinations later, if you liked any of these, there is always my blog post where I'm listing everything. And whenever I'm sharing here on the Rochelle Anna Miller YouTube channel, I always add the color combination in the description box as well, since these are digital stamps. It is well, mostly coloring what I'm showing here. For the shadowing, I decided to look a bit how the critters were facing. So the bunny is facing towards the right, so I have a light source on the right side of the bunny. The guinea pig is facing towards the left, so I decided to get the light source on the left, and so in the end we will end up with a centered light source for our critters. Here the snowman, same as the Gwynia. That was just the easiest, and then I'm just using simple colors. The snowman, I just added a bit of geese to get a bit of shadowing, and then I'm using a red combination that I truly adore, but it's still really simple. Something that will be cute as well is a rainbow scarf. That would be amazing, I think. But as I tend to go for clean and simple, I decided to keep it as simple as possible. And for me, that is also colors that are returning throughout the image. So the hat is red, the scarf will be red and white. Really simple. But you do you, and of course, it's all about having fun. My coloring also is from darkest to lightest, but there are many ways to color with alcohol markers or with any medium you like to use. For me personally, it's all about having fun and liking the end result, so if you color a different way, just do that, do you, and have fun with it, and just in the end, look at your creation and think to yourself, I did a great job. That's what it's all about. So I tend to add 2 layers. The paper that I'm using is Trenzel Type Perfect Coloring Paper, which seems like a really strange name. But if it's sort of weird, definitely check out the blog post. There is also a supply list with the paper on it. This is the paper that works for me, but I tend to at least add 2 layers, sometimes even more if I need to. So that was the coloring, and then I decided that maybe just keep it simple, using the A2 rectangles frames from My Favorite Things. It's one that I grab towards quite often. It's a really handy basic, and it creates a perfect rectangle and a frame. If you use the biggest one, that is perfect for an A2 size card, which is what I tend to use most often. And so I die cut it. I have this frame on the side. I'm going to double it up with a red frame that I will die cut later on. But I first wanted to add a bit of snow or grounding on my panel here. So I just used my T-square ruler to make sure that I sort of had it straight, my grounding. And then I just did a bit of flicking, nothing fancy, nothing difficult. I used the same colors as for the snowman, as it is also from snow. And that way I also again used same colors all over the coloring. So once I was happy with that, I decided to die cut that frame again, but out of red cardstock. This one is Cranberry from Concord and Ninth, and now I can start assembling my card. So first off, I'm going to use some adhesive roller. I'm going to cover my card base as much as possible. I'm starting with the white frame, and then I'm going to inlay the panel that we colored. And then next, I'm just going to use some liquid glue, add it on top of that white frame, and then I will add that red frame on top, which is going to match perfectly with the red of the snowman's accessories. So here I'm just adding that liquid glue, and then I will use my time to just make sure that the frame is straight on top, press it down, and then we are going to embellish. You can add a lot to this card if you want to. There is also a lot of white space left. I thought of embellishments, but I didn't figure out how to place it correctly. So I ended up using only White Blizzard Nuvo glitter drops. It's something that I love adding to the details of a hat if there is any white space, sometimes a scarf or a jacket as well, but in this case just on the hat. And that is going to be my card for today. Really simple but a lot of fun to create, and I just adore this bunny and Gwynia. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and of course that you like the end result. Don't forget, the release day is June 23rd, so we are almost there. Enjoy all of the inspiration online by the design team, and I cannot wait to see what you create. Bye!